everyone! My name is Charlotte, and today for our educational nature-based crafting video, we are learning about white clovers. Now there's a bunch of different kinds of clovers. The ones we're looking for are called trifolium repens. Now trifolium is Latin for three, tri, and folium is leaves. Let's take a close look at one of these. Choop. Let's count the leaves together. 1, 2, 3. And they're egg-shaped or oval-shaped leaves. The flowers also start off white and then slowly turn pink as June passes. So now we're in early June, and let's take a close look at this flower with a long stem and white petals that have a touch of pink at the bottom. Bumblebees and honeybees love these flowers to make honey with, and that's how you get clover honey. Now this type of clover actually originated in Europe and Asia, but came with the colonizers to America. The colonizers brought this plant over because it was very good for feeding livestock. So the three-leaf clovers are its natural state. However, a genetic mutation causes the leaves to grow instead of 3, 4, or even more. So let's use our eyes and look for 4-leaf clovers. Come on, let's go! Do you see any? Do you see any? Oh no, that's just 3. Here's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. We've done it. Good job. Now, one cool thing about 4-leaf clovers is that since they're genetic mutations, you might find more around it. Let's see. Here's another one. And another one. We've done it. Good job. The next thing we're going to do is pluck our 4-leaf clover. And now we're going to press it. To press your clover, you will need a book and 2 pieces of paper. I am using Post-it notes because they're the perfect size for clovers. Here are my pieces of paper, and I'm actually going to press it in a book about flowers. So I turned to the page with the white clovers inside, right here, Trifolium repens. And I'm going to press it in this page so I'll know where to look in a week when I might have forgotten where I put it. So I put my clover right here on top of one piece of paper, and I'm going to sandwich it with the second piece, like that. And place it in my book and close it. Now I'm going to bring it inside and put a few more books on top so it squeezes that clover really nice and gets all that water out. So when we press flowers or leaves, what we're doing is making them last longer, because when there's water inside them, they will turn brown and crinkle up. But if you press a flower, they'll keep its colors and last for a lot longer, and then you can use them in crafts later. Now I'll see you in a week.
1 week later.
This is what a 4-leaf clover will look like once it's all nice and dry. It's flat and it's very dry. I'm gonna make a card to give it to someone I like. So with my card, I have some Mod Podge, a paintbrush, my dried 4-leaf clover, a piece of paper for my card, and some markers. While we're gluing my 4-leaf clover down with the Mod Podge, it's fun to know that 4-leaf clovers come in 4 leaves. They can come in 5 leaves, 6 leaves. The 4-leaf clover that has the most leaves has been a 21-leaf clover. A 4-leaf clover itself is pretty rare. There's about 1 4-leaf clover for every 5,000 3-leaf clovers. Ta-da! Now I can write a note inside and send it to my friend.
I'm grateful our paths have converged for a while. I had fun learning something new with a smile. Bye for now.